Hey students, I'm Professor Kermanian and this is Federal Government. I just wanted to make a quick video just to go over what our online course is going to look like and just what you can expect from it in the next 5 weeks. And so right now I'm just on the home page. A couple of things to note on the home page. I do have a link to our textbook. It's a free download through OpenStax, and so you just click this link and it should take you directly to download the book. I also have my email address here, but the best way to reach me is through Canvas messaging. But if there's some reason why the Canvas messages don't work, then please feel free to email me. Also, we have our student learning outcomes for the course, and that's our home page. The next link that's notable is the syllabus link. This will just have basically everything you need to know, what we're going to be doing each week, what the point scale is, the grading scale, what how much everything is worth, and all that stuff, and basically all the course policies. So please make sure that you read over the syllabus. I have the grades link posted. You guys should be able to view your grades throughout the course. I should have the grades updated pretty regularly. I usually give myself 7 days until the next due date, and so if you submit things early, usually I'll grade them early, but just so you know, you can always know what your grades are. And in the grades also, you can look in the comments box and I will give you comments on the things that you submit. If we go ahead and go over to modules, this is where the main meat of the course is, and so this is where you're going to want to spend most of your time in the modules view. I have a little bit of a start here menu that you can look at. Just gives you basic information about the course. And then I have week 1 open so far. We're going to have 5 weeks, but I'm just going to open one module at a time as we go through. Towards the end, I'll open a couple, like the last 2, but I just like to kind of go, you know, like where we're at and that kind of thing. So in a module, you're going to see a checklist, and this is going to be true if every module has a checklist. It's going to tell you exactly what you need to do this week, and so you can see that I have the PowerPoints posted, I have a discussion board, I have an exam. You're going to take over chapters 2 and 3 and a pre-test, and then I also have some videos in here just to give you an overview of the topic. Now you can either go to the bottom and click next on the right hand side, or you can go back up here to this menu and click modules. The next thing is our discussion board. So I have the PowerPoints in here, but really you need to read chapters 2 and 3 and make careful notes to do well on the exam. So please make sure you do that. The content of the test is based from the book. So then if you look at the discussion board, our discussion boards are always going to be due on Thursdays, and so you need to make an original post that has at least 300 words. These word counts are really important, and it's also really important that you don't put fluff in there, so that you actually are saying something. So I don't want you to read the textbook about the topic. So you can see this week's topic is over chapter 2. I don't want you to just read that and regurgitate what the textbook says. We're all reading the same textbook. We all know what it says. We don't need that information. What I want you to do is read the textbook, think about what it says regarding this topic, and then discuss it at a deeper level. So think about it and then discuss this. You know, what does this mean? So our first question is going to be, you're going to first introduce yourself and tell me what goals you have for our course, and then you're going to make a new paragraph and discuss the limitations of the Articles of Confederation and how the Constitution was able to solve those issues. Now the book talks about that, but I want you to give me more in-depth answers. Okay, please don't just regurgitate what the book says. And then what do you think are the strengths and weaknesses of the Constitution in present day? So we all have ideas about the Constitution, and so what do you think about it, and which amendment do you believe is the most important, and then please explain why. But I want to see depth of thought. I'm looking for critical thinking here, so just be mindful of that. To answer the discussion board, you're just going to click reply to reply to my post. And so you'll do your original post in at least 300 words. And then you're going to go back and read your classmates' posts and make 2 more posts replying to them. So 100 words each. again, on your replies, you don't want it to just be like, oh, I totally agree with you, Sally. Yes, we believe the First Amendment's the greatest. You don't want to say things like that, because that's really not adding anything to the discussion. You want to add something to the discussion. So, if Sally talks about how important, freedom of religion is, you might say, yeah, freedom of religion is really important to me, and then explain why it is. Or, if somebody's talking about, I actually really think the right to bear arms is the most important, and you can explain that. Whatever it is, whatever you are agreeing with, please tell them what you're agreeing with and why you're agreeing with it. If you disagree, that's fine too, but please be in mind that, just please keep in mind that some of the topics that we talk about can be controversial. And so, we're not here to change each other's political beliefs. That's going to be pretty hard to do in this kind of class. But what we are here to do is to be informed of other people's viewpoints. And so I think it's awesome when I hear from people that come from different backgrounds than me, or think about things differently than I do, or even have different experiences that I do. And they can kind of say, well, look, I'm a veteran, and I can explain this to you because I've had this situation, or I'm an international student and this, or whatever. So whatever experiences and situations you've come from, like we would love to hear about those. But just please be mindful and respectful of each other, because it's possible that we'll have different viewpoints. And so that's our discussion board. I'm going to just click back over here to modules. And on modules, you'll see the pretest. If you do the pretest, you get 25 points. If you don't do the pretest, you lose 25 points. So please make sure you do the pretest, and it looks like I have it due by Thursday. So make sure you get that done, because that's just free points. You don't need to use any outside materials or anything like this when you do this. This is really for me to test the base knowledge that you have of federal government, okay? So before the course. So the idea is that you'll take this exact same test again at the end of the course, and hopefully your scores will go up because you've learned during the course. The next thing it's our first exam for chapters 2 and 3. It's going to be multiple choice, matching, true, false, that kind of test. I would highly recommend making careful notes as you read chapter 2 and 3 in order to do the best on the test. This last little thing, PT points, all that is for me to be able to post your pretest points. Okay, so don't worry about that. And that's basically our first week. As the course goes on, I'll open the modules once we get there. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please message me through Canvas messages. If Canvas goes down or you have some kind of technical difficulty, please let me know as soon as you know about it. And so that way I can go in there and fix it or help you. And so anyways, that's the course. I'm Professor Kermanian. I look forward to learning with you all and guiding you through learning about our federal government. And I'm excited to have you in the class. And yeah, welcome to federal government.